Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... just before we do anything else, I'm feeling much better. I've just finished some soup, so I'm following the Aphmau method yet again. I did not go to the soup store to acquire it, unfortunately, to disappoint the people who are in the private chat currently. I had it with me. In fact, I didn't go anywhere today. This is the first time I've not been outside of this room for an entire day. In fact, I don't think I've spoken a single word out loud since the end of last stream, which now I'm saying that is probably a fairly normal occurrence if I'm on my own, but nonetheless, it definitely helped considering that I need to rest my voice. So, yeah. So essentially, that was. I've had a very relaxing day. I looked at a bit of an Aiden script. Did some weather pops, but other than that, pretty much just chilled. And what better way to wrap up the day than by returning to Witch Academy? Definitely seems like the perfect conclusion. I feel. But just on the off chance that I need to help keep my sanity in check, there are a couple of guests today. One of whom I've mentioned already, our usual guest, Aiden the Best.
Kaka.
And the other is the person who was very excited to return to this particular series. And
last stream.
Last stream, and there's one particular day available, which was today. So for this stream, he has joined us, and that is Bon.
He's muted.
Or perhaps.
Darn it! Darn it! I was talking. I'm like, wait a second, this isn't working. I was just saying, I'm not here to keep your sanity in check. I'm here to make it worse.
I heard a door.
Worse people.
That was my dad. I just food just finished cooking, which will be like 5 minutes. So,
I thought that was Bon opening the door a bit to be like, oh wait, that was my cue. That was my cue. Quick! Or something.
It started already.
Yeah. Oh, anyways, I will be back. It'll be 5 minutes. So if you want to stall for 5 minutes and wait, or if you want to start the video, it's up to you.
I mean, yes. Josh wants us to watch the new Fallen Angels mini episode during that time.
Sure.
I mean,
so
go for it.
Yes, I suppose we can do that.
Jacob, you picked the two worst people to keep your sanity in check. Like, honestly. The next worst person probably would have been Emily, because like if both Emily and me are on the same stream, you know what happens. But
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I watched the episode today. It was very mini. I that's all I can say on it, honestly.
Yeah, the thing of it's like the last episode, the first one. There wasn't much to really comment on at all. It's kind of like when I'm looking for like holiday compilation stuff and I haven't prepared stuff in advance. And I just end up like looking at like a random meme or a music video or something. I'm like, what am I supposed to say about this?
It's a meme, yes. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, exactly. See that like those reaction channels that get criticisms for not properly reacting or not like saying anything during the videos. The problem is they keep picking short ones. That's the issue. If they picked longer stuff to react to, they have more to say about them. But as it stands. Anyway, let's got the video and. Let's see. Should be right at the beginning.
And then you can't really even find that happy medium, right? Because like there are some people who aren't satisfied with the quality of the review, and there are some people who aren't satisfied by the lack of quality of the review. Like
Yeah, some people don't like the pauses and such. And yeah, they let you know for sure.
Oh yes,
Okay.
they do.
Okay, here is the mini episode while I wait for Aiden to return.
Are you ready?
I am.
The
You
thing that
got
he
this,
made.
Ava.
I am.
Oh.
Why'd I go southern? I am. Let's get going, Adam.
Not really sure. You know the series that we famously set in Canada.
That sounds like a first take to me.
Oh, maybe it was. Maybe it was. I used to fear that Aiden only used my first takes of every line. I never corroborated that, but it was something that I used to worry about just in case it happened to be that was the worst interpretation every single time. But no, I don't think that's the case. If anything, I think he used the last take of mine more often.
Holy.
Always read
yes.
your opponent and see what they're going to do.
Make sure you have a strong stance.
Nice move.
Oh
I
God.
learned from
Ouch.
Yeah,
Ouch.
the best.
Actually,
sound effects really sell it.
I'm the better fighter.
Has Zach moved at all during this? He's just been still the whole time.
I say nothing but facts.
Ready for round 2?
Only if you're ready to lose.
That definitely wasn't the first line I
We'll
did.
see.
Yeah.
Why'd that take?
3,
2.
1.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay.
Aiden, please. Aiden, why? Aiden.
Okay. So,
Aiden,
to the
please.
sound editors out there. So, usually, when you do the 3-2-1 thing, well, actually, usually if anyone records something that has a downward inflection towards the end, like 2, you start up and go down. That's usually marks the end of a sentence. When you have a situation where it's 3, 2, 1, and the person says,
I didn't know how else to give variation on the line 2. That's the point of doing 3 takes, is to give it either a second chance for a take or to give some variation. But clearly it was only meant to be one thing, and you took the take that was not meant to be taken. Of course,
Okay.
I said 2 as one of the lines, but you didn't take it.
Okay, I will say that whenever that happens to me, I will tend to that will tend to either not vary up the takes too much, or I will just send less than 3 takes. Usually that's my method, just on the off chance that happens. But then again, you're not expected to think, oh, what if they pick the one that's not going to make any sense?
I didn't consider that. Then I forgot to consider that I'm working with Aiden DeBest. Started Aiden.
Rewind that.
3,
Okay.
2.
1, go!
See, he did both of his ones correctly. Oh, well, I think this is the thing, that Aiden will record a bunch of takes even for himself, but most of the time his texts will sound identical or very similar to each other. So he doesn't have that issue normally because he normally it's normally a case of okay, let's pick out the minutia of this.
And also, he knows how he wants it to sound. It's his thing. He knows how it's supposed to sound. I knew how it was supposed to sound, but somehow he decided to pick that one for reasons I don't think I will ever understand.
Okay, yep. All right.
Maybe it was the same route as maybe it's his thing that he only picks the last takes. Naturally, for my first and second takes of that line, they were in that 2 sort of takes.
Yeah.
But then for the last one, I'm just I don't know. 2.
Hello, what did I miss?
Why did you
we
pick
finished.
that take for 2, my guy.
Listen,
Listen, I refuse to listen. Just tell me why you picked that one.
Okay, well, allegedly using the first take, even if I really like the first take, isn't good. Therefore, use always more. I was working to a second take most of the time.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, so
I've gotten backlash for using first takes, so I try to mostly use second takes now.
well now you're using. Okay, hold on a second. So does that mean that Does that mean that even if somebody nails a line the first take and does it worse on the second
Yeah,
and every
no,
other subsequent one, you will choose not use the perfect take just because it was sent first?
Because
based
allegedly
on
the
the
first take
order,
isn't always perfect,
based
even
on
if
the
I really like
quality
the
of
first
the
take.
take.
There have been times I really liked the first take, but then people have been like, "Oh, Aiden, you used the first take. I don't like the first take." It's like, well, I actually really liked the first take. The first take I thought was really good. And then all of a sudden it's
thought
like,
the second
Aiden,
take
don't
was
use
the
the
good one.
first take. It's like, but I like the first take.
A lot of with a lot of people, their first take is their like experimental one that they will also send over to you. Not always the case.
Yeah, not always the case,
I like
Aiden,
the
your
first
best.
take. I like the first take.
Yeah,
Sometimes the
like,
first take is the best.
Yeah, because
That's
like
my
the
experience.
the thing is that there's more often than not you will get first takes and stuff that are not as good as the other ones, but you can usually tell as the director if you're in one of those circumstances or not.
Oh, I
And in
thought
this case, you weren't.
Listen, normally I can't tell. It's just, sometimes the second take.
Clearly.
Listen, okay.
All
right.
right.
I'm listening.
Yes. You thought you weren't listening. Make up your mind. Make up your mind.
That's what I should have told you.
Yeah, because I was saying before that the reason that this version didn't work is because that particular 2 that you chose was a downward inflection, implying the end of a sentence or a through line, but it was the middle. So,
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Anyways, was the action good? Sort of. Was it too
Well,
fast?
sort of, because they only did like one move each before the next like commentary from one of the characters.
I saw a
True.
push off, a kick to the groin, and raising the
snatch.
swords.
A snap.
There was also a sword deflection and a dodge, but again, like every action was accompanied by a line immediately afterwards. In action sequences, a lot of the time you get like a couple of moves before the dialogue or something like that.
This was training action, but the training action. I don't know. I have trouble picking poses sometimes for action scenes. I'm like, what poses look good in sequence to look like?
I mean,
real action.
The poses you chose were efficient. There just needs to be more of them. Mm-hmm. Also, bear in mind, you're using Gacha Life 2, right? Oh wait, no, you're using Gacha Club because of the moving mouth. Okay, yeah. Oh, I was gonna say because well, actually, I will say Gacha Club was the one that really got a lot of praise from Ep.3 for the combat sequences, but also again for fight sequences in the future. If you choose to, again, I know you're still debating whether or not to move it to Gacha Life 2 or not. That's a possibility there.
I mean, if they add moving mouse, maybe I need moving mouse, and I'm kind of and I don't want to use your method purely because I'm gonna mess it up, and the mouse are gonna be like on the chin or but where the nose would be normally. So it's like
where the nose would be normally.
If there was a nose, but I guess in the nostril area.
I actually did use that method today because I was working on weather pops. I used my classic moving mouth technique.
Is weather pops going to be voice acted or no?
No, but my plan is that I'm going to like ask people to sing the songs, but not necessarily to do like the regular voice lines.
Oh, so it's like parody pops.
Yes. Yeah,
and actually, now that I think about it, all the other pops.
a lot of the pops from Eli.
The ones that incorporate musical numbers is like those. So yes, Eli specifically.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference is that I use the moving mouse because that's something I did in Outwatch Academy as well, where I still had the animation there even if no sound was coming out, and I just replaced that. So instead of having, I didn't decide like, oh yeah, I'm going to do static mouse now. Although arguably that would have covered my tracks when I was trying to pretend to be somebody else. That may have been better, but I digress. Okay. Speaking of Witch Academies, let's have a look at the.
Segue.
I'm not going to say the OG, but the most known of the Witch Academies. And
why you don't want to pull a Ep.3 and say, "Oh no, this was the original. This was the original thing." It's super. Yeah, it's the first of its kind.
I still find it funny
Absolutely
that
not.
this loop of review videos just have such similar titles to like Jacob's series. Like we got that one mute girl, which sounds similar to the mutant girl, and now we've got Witch Academy, which sounds similar to Alpha Witch Academy.
And they're both things I didn't know existed when I made the other ones.
Sure. We believe you.
You know, I actually
Don't
found
worry.
I found out about that one mute girl from Comexry. Although I will say, to Comexry's credit, they're not the person who had the wildest conspiracy theories about the topics in that video. Because that one mute girl, I got a comment from somebody today saying that the creator had just died, and therefore wouldn't be able to continue the series. 5 years after it wrapped up, of course, naturally. So
Question.
No, we don't know, because the creator left YouTube, just stopped posting, and apparently, according to Ghost Kitty, who looked into this, there was a theory that was not substantiated by anything that they died. There's also another one that came out as trans. There's a whole
that was kind of annoys me when like creators stop posting, or it's like people will be like, "Oh, they're dead. They must have died." It's like, other stuff that happened besides death. You
haven't heard the best part yet. So they're like evidence. The commenters' evidence for this was that Cute Spar's last video was Cotton Candy Skies. I've seen Cotton Candy Skies. It came out 4 years ago. That doesn't sound like the creator just dies territory to me.
Man, 4 years ago just happened,
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Game Theory, and today I'm gonna tell you how Cute Spud kicked the bucket.
And also, if the creator died, I highly doubt their last video would be something pertaining to potentially death. I feel like unless they're planning,
Cotton Candy Skies wasn't really.
Was it?
Even then,
not their version.
That would depend on if they knew they were going to be passing soon.
Yeah,
so even then, Cotton Candy Skies I don't think has anything to do with that.
Doesn't have to. Then why is that evidence? Creator stops posting.
No, that's
the evidence was it was a video that came out a long time ago. Therefore, they have just died. They were in a coma for 4 years, apparently, as evidenced by the lack of posting. And only now has the death certificate been made public on r/Gacha theory or something. I don't know.
Oh my god. You know what? That sounds like a theory that the theory people at Emily's server for Final Break would make about Final Break.
Yeah.
Some have died. Someone vanished for a day or two. They have died.
except for Final Break as a series about death, so it kind of makes sense there.
Yeah.
Cotton Candy being in the background.
That was actually the Cotton Candy Skies was the outro song for Taming the Bad Boy. So sometimes you get the most horrific ending or a cliffhanger, and then it just immediately cuts from that to
it's all connected. We just haven't been connecting the dots, Jacob.
Yeah. I'm your master now, Common Kitty.
Cotton
Candy Skies, why can't
Cut. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gacha Theory, and today I'll be telling you how Cotton Candy Skies is a death trap.
Cotton Candy Skies is a death omen, actually. When someone makes a video about that song, it's just a death omen to their impending doom.
Yes, the evidence, the line, I'm running out of time. There you go. All right, let's have a look at some Witch Academy then. Let's see what everyone's up to if we're gonna get to some classes potentially. One thing about Alpha Witch Academy is that episode 3 is where I was gonna start with the actual proper lessons apart from that one. So we'll see.
But who needs classes in a school series? That'd be ridiculous.
It's especially one named after the school in question. I mean, even Winx Club had like random scenes where they got taught things. Anyway, so will you be telling me the truth yet?
What truth?
Where that girl went?
Oh, stop yelling. What do you want from her?
She's
Well-
a witch, isn't she?
Stop
You let her
pulling my
escape.
hair.
That's a decent visual, to be fair.
I don't know what you're talking about. Ah,
Her hair, her eyes. She's a witch, I tell you. A witch!
burn!
Burn the witch!
I will say most of the other like female witches that we've seen so far have not had the same hair as our main character, so I'm not sure what that's really signifying, but anyway. You can't fool me.
Then why did the other guards not recognize it?
Because they didn't lose family in the witch wars or the cryptic wars from 10 years ago. Or because they're ready as Starbucks too. I can't believe they didn't see that witch right in front of them.
Does your boss know you're here? Yeah.
I am the manager.
Oh my god.
She's somewhere else that you'll never get. Okay, so you just
Don't admit it! Don't
You're
admit
gonna
it!
get
Impossible
yourself
to...
killed, stupid! What are you doing? Deny, deny, deny!
Deny thy father!
Yeah,
Deny
deny
thy
daughter.
name! Deny thy daughter!
You're so stupid. Is this how you got your son killed too?
Ah, well.
He's in a place that you'll never find him. He's behind that bookshelf, isn't he? Ah! Oh no! Son!
Son, run!
That reminds me of the end of a SpongeBob episode where it's another one of like the many like failed attempts of stealing the Krabby Patty secret formula, and then Mr. Krabs says, "Ah, yes, it's in a place that he will never find," and then Squidward just goes, "In your house, underneath your mattress." And then just last visual is like is Mr. Krabs running back to his house, "Curse you, Squidward," or something like that. Anyway. Are you saying that you're on the witch's side? Are you the person who raised a witch and let her escape? Are on the witch's side? Is that what you're insinuating right now? I'm the smart guard, remember?
They're all
Fine then. We'll burn you instead.
Yeah, I was about to say you walk away, but they're just gonna kill you. What
Yeah,
are they?
if we start hearing like the crackle of flames or something, then
How
we know
about a
what's
bomb? I know it's old timey, but bomb. Oh, barricade every entrance.
You
What?
could just arrest her.
Yeah,
Or burn her.
really
Like, I
wanted
don't
her in her
know.
you're grounded.
You're grounded, sonny. No leaving your house for the rest of your life.
I don't think
I'm
ankle
the
brace has been
smart one.
invented yet. You know, you
I'm
might
the
want to.
smart one.
Make it impossible for her to escape. The local jail is full, apparently. Full of witch helpers.
What are you doing? How am I gonna get to my book club now?
We're just making sure you're secured for tomorrow, when we'll come back with a warrant, I presume.
Or when they're gonna kill her, like you said, the jail's full. Tomorrow? You guys are unbelievable. Why are you barricading my house? Just wait till Aurora finds out about this. What's she gonna do?
She's gonna come back.
Yeah.
She's gonna come back and get killed.
I mean, the implication is it's either a trap for her, or because, or like she's implying that she's going to tell her through like the crystal ball that she has to communicate. But the guards don't know about that, so now the guards are going to suspect maybe she has a way of contacting her. They might want to come back in and find out what that is. They've done enough search around the
Now
place.
they barricaded her house. Like
They can remove the barricades. They've just started.
yeah, exactly. Like mom, you're so stupid. Like what?
So her name is Aurora. I guess the local census wasn't taken in her entire lifetime. Pitiful. But pitiful? What's wrong with Aurora? What's
Stupid
wrong with
name.
that name?
Stupid.
It
name.
sounds witchy, therefore evil.
It's got more vowels. Pitiful.
We sometimes call her Rory. That only has one. Y can be a vowel. Anyway. All right, not pre-rendered, but we're close. Actually, I like the way that the lighting was done here, at least. Ah. I'm making points when I'm about to sneeze or something. You're still here? Yes, I'm not going anywhere. No, I mean, as you're still here, your class started like 5 minutes ago.
And
Anyway.
she's still not in her uniform.
You should go out or something.
I did. I had a tour around the academy.
How was it?
It was nice.
But hey, what's up with you?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Oh. And I want to say yes, but I have to say no. What do you mean?
Not sure it was exactly that, but we'll go with
Aurora's
it for
a 2010s girly. Get out of the way, Percival! I'm trying to do my TikTok dance. What do you mean?
Honestly, I can. Honestly, I'm picturing that. Given like how many magical girl shows that've been tied to dance in the past, I would not be shocked if there's just several in the works right now that combine like TikTok dancing as part of the transformation sequence or something. Anyway.
Sorry, I'm just worried about my mom back home. As you should be. She's kind of clueless and stupid.
Dang.
I mean, she has to be living in a hidden village, so she should be fine.
No. She's just like
What?
she's living in a very normal village, and it's decided that she needs to tell the whole world that she's helping the witches.
Yeah, she said, yeah. So Percival's assumption here is that because Aurora's a witch, that she must therefore come from a witch family, so that all the witches that are in the world would be like in hidden villages. Added lore, of course, hidden villages, because we know about the hidden academies, but not the villages themselves. So it's good to know the witches have a place to to go.
I think hidden villages were mentioned last episode.
I think so too, because I did watch episode 2 to catch up on what I'd missed.
I remember the destroyed villages, at least.
No, there were hidden villages. That's where witches were presumably raised.
Never mind. But I feel like you can make the assumption anyway. Anyways, what took you so long at the garden? Maybe because you said you'd help him earlier, but you didn't.
The guards were patrolling around the garden looking for students who aren't at training.
Oh, so they were doing their job looking for people like you.
Yeah. So I had a rough time,
Ooh. Oh, I forgot that you were ditching. Thanks for telling the audience.
Yeah. So, do you feel like eating? Absolutely not, stomach growls. Oh, dang it. We can go to the cafeteria and get something from there.
Sure, I haven't eaten anything today anyway.
Yeah, you need to eat. Let's go. That would have been a perfect time for a stomach growl. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, the classic add sound effects so everyone's off screen.
Cafeteria.
Yeah. This is where camera angles would come in handy to like at least shrink down the size of the place.
This tastes so much better than village food. Yeah, because this is the era where like you can't use the same props, at the same time.
Yeah, so only one person gets a plate. Really? I thought village food was better.
Sometimes they're unsanitary.
What do you mean? What do you mean? They're magically purified with antibacteria potions.
But this is twice as good.
Whatever you say. Oh no.
What? What's wrong?
Percival!
Oh my god!
Great, she caught me. Well, why are you doing training?
Why weren't you at elf practice?
This is like the 1,000,000th time. I didn't feel like coming, like always. Well, you got me in trouble. You were supporting my partner for the 4th session.
Dang.
Not my fault that you should have. Not my fault that you should have find a new one.
It's not my fault. You should have grammar.
Anyways, what if there is an odd number? Have you considered that?
I mean, they've
No,
got to have a
if
procedure for that.
If there's an even
surely.
number, though, if it's an even number, you know, you can't. And he's missing. He's missing. That's odd number.
Then it would be then it would become an odd number, but they must have a procedure somewhere for odd numbers.
Mark.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the classic thing that like nearly everyone does in.
Why
like,
the heck
lessons
is
of
your
any
teacher
sort.
getting mad for someone not showing up? That's clearly not her fault.
Yeah, not sure about that one. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of when I watched the Worst Witch, and the main character got in trouble for having an out of control cat that she only just acquired, which I don't know how that makes sense, but there you go.
Okay, well, it's her property.
Hmm.
Also, Celeste and her hair, it's like Gurmy's. What is with the Gacha Life hair and it just not lining up with the other hair? Like, seriously.
I have no idea. This is before side hair, so there was a deliberate choice. Oh, who's this?
She's a new student. She joined today. Yes.
I think he's meant to have that voice as well.
Do you guys know what I gotta do next?
I do. I can see it coming. Yeah. We haven't gotten one in like
5 years.
Thanks for catching us up in the last episode.
Welcome to Mugrip Academy. I'm glad you're with us instead of going to Mefgazab Academy.
I mean, there aren't really many academies to go to. I mean, it was kind
No,
of
that is the only other one that exists. And according to the description, it actually is apparently they represent the sun and the moon. That's as far as that definition goes. Also, I remember that there was something else I need to show, because there was a pinned comment that seemed to be mildly important.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, you know, the whole classic thing. Okay, so I promise this episode is only 8 minutes long. I actually wanted to save the other scenes for episode 4, so I promise the next one will be longer. Please read. All right,
Okay.
Here we go. Was I inspired?
Wrong
So
eye.
I noticed that a lot of
Sorry, another wrong eye.
Was should also be
All of
capitalized
them are
too.
wrong eyes.
There are no sentences that start with a capital letter of any sort. Anyway, so I noticed that a lot of people think I was inspired by Harry Potter or Little Witch Academia. Actually, no, I wasn't inspired by anything but my own imagination.
Oh, it sounds like Jacob
I
Butter
kind
when
of-
describing Alpha Witch Academy.
I kind of don't know much about Harry Potter, and I've never watched Little Witch Academia yet. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm so surprised you guys noticed how it's almost related to both. Wow. Yeah, I too am shocked that people think it's related to two of the most popular magical schools to ever have existed. Weird. What were you trying to say there? Anyway, next part. Witches are actually girls. Yeah, no, whatever character is dressing to all of them, I use witch as a general term. I know boys are warlocks, so when someone is addressing a specific character, they'll use witch or warlock depending on the gender. Let's use witch general format if that's made any sense.
Well, I mean, technically it is witchcraft, therefore, you know, it doesn't necessarily need to be gendered.
I've never heard someone say warlock craft before, so that makes sense.
I mean, I kind of view witchcraft as a general term, or like witch as a general term. It's like, I mean, you can specify if you want to use warlock or like wizard, but I mean, you could also just use witch. I mean, whatever you feel like using, terminology wise.
That is true. I've heard witch applied to men outside of this. You know, not to say that you're inspired or anything. You know, Oreo, but anyway, don't say that. It sounds offensive. Hey, it's just that Mefskazab is closer to the mortal villages, which I don't know that she's from right now. So why am I making that assumption?
Yeah, but also, wait, you know, this is giving screw Clivesdale vibes. Can't
A little
say
bit. A little bit, yes. I do see what you mean, and yeah, they as the only other surviving school, they would be the rival school. So that
Yeah,
makes a lot of
but
sense.
dang, you can't
They
support
just
your
come
other school when you're in a
together to, like,
genocide.
keep the witches alive and keep this practice alive. They decide to become rivals instead. This should be celebrated, I argue.
Well, I mean, I think the difference with this is that, you know, they're rivals but not enemies. I think is more of the case. So like you know,
fair.
when the going gets tough, they'll help each other out.
Yeah, that's
Because I'm guessing there's some sort of like yin yang thing going on with the like sun and moon or whatever. Also, now that we have another witch on the screen right now to illustrate my points from earlier, different hair, different eyes than what that guy was talking about. Really? That must be hard.
Maybe he was lying when he said he was the smart one in the group.
He was told that.
My mummy says I'm the smartest guard on the squad.
His mother's the commissioner. We must find all of the witches, and as such I appoint you, my son. Avenge your father who
Gold
died
Star.
in the cryptic wars. Anyway.
It's all connected.
I will, mother, I will do everything I can to purge the land of witches. And don't forget to take your lunch with you and a clean pair of underpants. Mother! Shush!
We love Nepo babies. They're great.
It's giving Javert.
Was Javert Nepo baby? I don't know. Anyway, but hey, as long as they have the amulet that keeps the academy hidden, they're fine.
Well, the execution character.
It does seem like that, yeah. Because she's talking to Percival even though she's not looking at him right now. So again, Percival should know that. Anyway, I'm so rude. Let me
You are
introduce
rude.
myself. My name's Celeste. What's yours?
Aurora.
There it is. There it
I've
is.
been waiting for
Aurora.
so long. She hasn't talked at all. It's over
Dang.
now.
That's how I feel sometimes, where it's like, come on, I just set this up. I have a punchline. It's
Yep.
fading away.
Yep.
What a pretty
It was closing.
name. I will say, I guess like based on what like the guard said before about her name being Aurora and about like, you know, Celeste, I guess like, you know, like the Celeste of celestial bodies, Aurora Borealis, like they're both like, you know, space themed or, you know, astronomy themed. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's just a common like witch convention. That
Yeah,
Percival
but
now
I don't
missed
think
out
you.
on.
But I mean, if you're
That
in
doesn't
a
make sense.
witch genocide, though, I don't think you want to, you know, do any
Well,
like.
That doesn't make much sense to me. Naming your child, not knowing they're a witch, and like, does that then imply that anybody with a galaxy or space-related name ends up becoming a witch later?
Yeah, that depends on whether or not the foster mother was the one to give Aurora her name or not.
I don't
It
think so.
depends.
Apparently, she wasn't with the foster mother for long, allegedly, based off
Yeah.
their conversation episode 1.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
so
know some.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say you know somewhere that where they did have a naming convention of particularly constellations. Harry Potter. The entire noble and most ancient House of Black has like a whole theme of like stars, constellations specifically. Like everyone related to Sirius has that, and of course Sirius himself because you know star.
Yeah,
What
but
were
I'm
you
gonna
saying?
be honest. Harry Potter's kind of stupid for like the hidden werewolf character to be named Lucius.
Well, he's not. So
Wait, was it Lucius? No, wait.
no.
It was one. It was one. It was like werewolf based. I know there was a werewolf
Lucius
character in Harry
is Draco's father.
Okay, you're thinking of Lupin.
Lupin.
And yes,
Yeah.
and
like,
yes, that name doesn't make sense.
That
but I
hidden
wasn't
werewolf character named Lupin.
I wasn't talking about Lupin. I was talking about Sirius. Wrong marauder.
You
also
also
plenty of,
have
like,
a gorgeous
references.
name.
Girlfriend.
Stop. I need to stop. The bit's over.
So.
It's over.
Are you done girl talking over there?
How is talking about like how commenting someone's name girl talking?
When two women talk to each other, it's called girl talking, okay? It's called girl talk. It's a new TikTok trend. When two girls talk to each other, girl talk.
Sexist question mark?
I don't know. It's how you pass the Bechdel test. So there you go. That was complimenting, actually.
Compliments aren't just for girls. Boys can compliment each other too.
I was joking. Oh, you're so funny, Percival. God.
You're not
it's
very
like Mr.
Percival, are you? Percival.
What?
No, Percival or something, you know, it's like a word that means like kind.
Explaining
I've
the
never heard
joke
that one
doesn't get you
before.
very far, Aiden.
Yeah, well, I'm not good at words, okay?
Guys,
Definitions.
the fact of the matter is, we still don't get the joke.
Yeah.
Lords and ladies, the person who complained about Remus Lupin.
Shit.
Anyway, so
obvious.
is training over or what? Shouldn't you know? Isn't it part of like your schedule, even if you ditched it? Not yet, but just one more session and we're finished for today.
And what are you doing here?
She was
Lunch.
looking for him, maybe. I don't know.
Honestly, yeah, probably actually. Yeah. Jeez, 5 sessions? How tiring. Nah, I guess we pumped to fight those nasty models and cryptic souls. Which you're not going to do until you leave the academy, so getting pumped up now is useless.
They're going to war. They're preparing an army
Today
after
we're
their
going
army
to
got
train you on how
genocided.
to use fireballs. We have captured these humans from nearby villages to use as test dummies.
Oh, no.
But remember, witches are not the bad guys! I want to re-emphasize that. That's the spirit which I don't have because I ditched.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I like the fact that bell is just literally just a giant church bell. That's nice.
And not
I
subtle
think
at
that-
all.
Yeah, I think that Alfonso Cuarón introduced into the Harry Potter series, but you know, I digress. Well, I guess it's time for me to head back to training.
Wrong bit.
I'll see you two later.
Why aren't you dragging him? Drag him!
Bye.
Why didn't you drag him with you?
Yeah, it's not like
Who
he's
was
doing anything.
she?
Oh, her name was
Even though,
Celeste.
even
Her name was
though she
Celeste.
already told me
You
her
complimented
name
her
and who she-
name.
even though she already told me her name and who she was, I still ask you, who was she?
My
My
friend, she
Not for
tends
much
to act
longer,
bossy when
Percival.
she doesn't go right. When something
When
doesn't
something
go
doesn't
right.
go, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be your friend for much longer, Percival.
Yeah, she tends to act bossy when I'm the one who messes something up for her.
She tends to act appropriately when I make a mistake.
Or not even make a mistake, just be deliberately neglectful to her.
That, yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. I can
Yeah.
tell.
Don't worry. I don't think there are cat girls in this series, Ven. I don't think.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, Fred.
Hi.
I was just about to say, ain't no way he's gonna do that voice while he's sick, but he did.
Yeah, I can do one thing. Anyways, I think we should go.
Where to now?
I remember you with the horse earlier, so I'm assuming it's with the Mount Empress.
Wait,
It-
Empress
it's
is
wi-
here?
It's
Empress
with the
is-
Mount. Hold on, wait a minute. I need to digest the sentence.
It's the
I'm
horse
assuming
queen.
it's with the Mount Empress. So that's either the
Queen of
Empress of
horses.
all the mounts, a horse that is like a mount of somebody and is named Empress, or it is literally a mountain where they keep all the horses called Mount Empress. And right now I can't tell which one of those it is.
Guess we'll have to.
Oh yeah,
Oh
he's
yeah,
there.
he's there.
So it is a place. Okay, so Mount Empress is a place. You want to go see your
I can-
horse?
Afterlife.
Mhm.
Sure, he's done some hard work for me lately.
Yeah, it's gonna make him do more hard work. It'll be funny.
I'm just gonna go see him.
and the plate fades at different rates. The rest of the backgrounds. Oh, never mind.
it's a
Okay, so the
person.
Mount Emperor. What? Okay.
No, she's like queen of like the mounts, I guess.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Empress. I was joking about Empress being here.
Right. When did this episode air? I need to know now. Where is it? Okay, here it is. March 28th, 2019. Okay. So all right. So after the first episode of Mutant God came out, but before Empress's debut. Oh well. Close enough.
Well,
There,
Empress
guys,
existed
not
before
before at all.
the first episode of the Mutant Girl, anyways.
This is true, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Ah, good afternoon, Percival.
Are you skipping class again?
What?
Are you skipping class again?
That's a good point. Yeah. She's a new
Alright.
student. She just came in today, so I'm here to be the worst influence for her.
Oh my! The guards earlier told me about a new student.
Is that why I have a random new horse here? That makes sense.
Yeah, this thing just walked up to me. I gave it food and it wouldn't leave me alone. Anyway, it's really been a while since we had one. 5 years. Please God, say it again. How was your travels to the academy?
Scary.
Terrible. I would think.
Quite an adventure. Exciting.
No,
this
no,
might be
scary.
your horse right here.
Scary. It was scary. It was
Oh,
a
this
scary.
might be
Yeah.
your horse right here.
It's about as scary as that owl's face behind the horse. Also, how big does Oreo
He's got
think that
Pixar
owls
face.
are?
It's a magic owl, or maybe it's like a griffin owl.
Well, wait, this is the Mount Emperor, so someone rides that thing.
Okay.
Sure, I only have two voices, like my regular voice and my son voice. That's all I have to offer. Yes, it is.
Uh,
And I keep trying to go for new voices, but it just ends up turning into one or the other.
I do remember Vin complaining about roughly the same thing at one point.
I wonder what made her come here.
How about the
Me too.
fact that you literally like the horse was given to you? The guards literally said,
Okay. I think what she. I think.
Empress. What are you talking about?
I think what she means is what she made her come to the school, not.
Yeah, what made Aurora come to the academy, not what made the horse come.
Although
to
it's kind of obvious why a witch would go to a witch
Same
school
thing, it's
during
just
to
academy.
avoid a witch genocide. I wonder why a witch under threat of genocide would go to a safe place. I wonder.
Yeah.
Shocking, I know.
Hmm.
You don't know.
Well, I
What do
mean,
you
she hasn't.
You don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I was. It must be one heck of a story.
Well,
mean,
then that
it's-
story must
yeah.
be interesting.
Ribbit. I think
There's
of
a lot of
Ribbit.
talking and trust building. Oh, jeez.
The evil king.
Your Majesty.
Majesty, where? Majesty, ah!
No,
What is it?
you're kidding me.
The West Village was attacked by the witches.
Oh, so the witches
That is
are.
something.
Let's remind everyone that they are not the bad guys.
You know, it's like they're not attacking the
Whose side are
army,
we
they're
on
attacking
here?
the village.
Like, we established that cryptic souls were a thing in this reality. Why not have them attack the place?
No, it's
Right.
the evil witches.
What are those witches up to? Send the troops quickly.
Oh my god.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Oh,
I'm guessing this is not the troops. This was like the local village guard or something.
Better be.
Or maybe just like the one kid with like a bow somewhere. It's like Gale Hawthorne from the Hunger Games.
Oh my god!
it's murder stuff.
Which, you know what? Now that I say that out loud, Magic
Oh.
Hunger Games sounds like an amazing idea.
This sounds like the work of the rival school.
What? They're presumably murdering innocent people.
Here.
What?
They're not the bad guys.
They're not the bad guys. They would never do anything bad.
Now. God.
Why would the human?
Did you kill all the attackers?
He doesn't look like an attacker. He doesn't have a weapon or anything.
Well, okay, he doesn't look like one anymore.
he's got a
He could have
sword.
been.
He's got a
He
sword.
could've
He's got a sword.
There is a sword.
He's got a sword.
He could have. Yeah, I was gonna say he could have been a proficient martial artist as well, for all we know.
I did. You?
So I'm pretty sure I did too. I'm glad that we established that between us.
Behind you.
Well.
If it isn't a couple of wits.
Jokes on you, we have ranged attacks.
It's like that
Exactly.
One
What is he doing? Is there no is there no single intelligent guard in this entire series? Anyway, you disgraceful beings had to attack us.
You made us
You made us
purposefully attack you guys just for an excuse.
Wait, how did they make you
What?
attack them?
How?
the heck?
How?
What are you talking about?
How did they do that?
Is there a
What?
single ounce of wisdom in any of these characters? What are you talking about?
What? You made us attack us so you had an excuse. What did they? What? It's not like
An
they had
excuse,
fake.
yeah, just an excuse to die, I presume, because they're winning.
No, but it's not like if they maybe had like fake witches attack a village to stir people up. That's one thing. But these are real witches attacking people. And granted, we don't know, and granted, how they end up in this village in the first place. What, did they just go to this village randomly because they got an invite being like, oh no, they have a sword. Let me just throw fireballs.
He's got a weapon.
Yeah. There's a character in one of the Legend of Adventurers campaigns called Peggy, who claims to be the inventor of real magic because all other magic is fake to her. And of course, the twist is the fact that she's just doing like really normal things and calling them spells. so literally,
rock
like, everyone...
spell picks up rock and throws it. It's like
Yeah, pretty much. I cast Cure Wounds, just use like a frog tongue or something to like, disinfect it. I don't know.
That's just gonna get infected, but
They're all like, like small creatures or something, so they probably have a higher tolerance. Anyway.
Warlock. Yeah, I agree. You
There you go, Warlock, individual. You should have let us in peace then.
Yeah, you're right.
We allegedly provoked you. Therefore, you should have left us alone. Wait. Oh, so you took a... Oh, okay. Right.
Wait, it's the witches. So okay. This is the witches' school. So like they took the amulet and the secret village got exposed. Therefore, fighting.
Oh, this is the rival school. I was right.
Yeah. Yes. It does seem like this was the rival school, and their amulet that keeps them hidden was missing. However,
how did they take the amulet? Wait a minute.
If the school was hidden, how did they take the amulet?
In place that they can't see, took the amulet and left.
Yeah, and apparently that was just an excuse to be attacked by them. The people actively hiding from you that you wanted to attack by exposing where they were. The motivation could have very easily been, let's expose one of the remaining academies and get rid of witches for good. But no, the motivation was, let's make witches look worse than they already do to a society that already hates them and have a bunch of our villagers die for a purpose that we've already completed. What?
But also, like, dang, they're so chill of killing people. Like, they couldn't incapacitate them. They're like, no, I got to kill you. It's like you could make them pass out. Like that would probably been better.
This isn't inspired by Harry Potter. So there's no stupefy.
Oh no, Bon.
I like I said the word stupefy, and Bon immediately left.
Bon.
I didn't even bring my wands with me to Spain. Anyway. You got the wrong person. And why do you witches have so much love for useless things? Like what? The amulet that keeps their skull hidden?
It's so useless. It's like, okay, what? No. It's not like you stole someone's doll
Hold on. Is this implying that they don't know what the amulet was? They walked into a hidden school, took the thing that kept them hidden, and didn't realize they exposed it to the open so they could be attacked, so people could hate them more, without knowing what purpose the thing they stole that was probably very heavily guarded served. This gets worse and worse with every passing sentence.
It's just a crystal. Well, you know it's a witchy thing, so clearly it's when you're dealing with magic, things can be more than what they seem.
Yeah, clearly no one's ever thought to enchant gems before. That's never been a concept in anything ever. It does something little. It's for our academy.
Academy. Wait!
Yes! Where did you take it from then? Where did you find this thing if it wasn't already in the academy? What? In order for the academy to be hidden, do you need to like house the amulet outside of the academy?
So wait, are they
how
just
that works?
stupid? Is everyone here just dumb? How dumb?
Yes, they are. Every time I get my hopes about a Gacha series, it disappoints me.
What do you mean? The show is so good, though, Jacob. It's the best Gacha series ever.
You know, at least it proves one thing. It proves my philosophy right about like putting your best foot forward with your opening scene, because the opening scene was all that I watched for years, and that's what made me curious about the series to begin with. Aside from the upload date and the whole longest running thing. I thought witch academies were all taken down, but I guess I'm wrong. Yeah, well, you won't be telling anyone.
Yeah, I mean, they'll kill again. They killed before,
Yeah.
they'll kill again.
Yeah, but all of them won't exist anymore after I tell skadoosh.
Yeah, oh. Is he dead?
Ah, yes, I was struck by fire. I
From
will
behind.
fall no other visible injuries. Bessie, you're not supposed to say anything about the academy. Listen
But
to
the
me.
academy's exposed! We lost
Listen-
the amulet! The academy's exposed. What?
Listen to me, the person named headmaster. While you're wearing uniforms, people are going to put 2 and 2 together, I think.
Yeah.
My apologies, headmaster. Yeah, headmaster. If someone's listening out there, they know an academy exists now because someone's being called headmaster. I wasn't thinking. No one's thinking today. No one's done any thoughts since this episode
Remember
started.
not to do it again. We could fall into catastrophe. There's a whole war in a village going on right now. I think you're already in catastrophe, but what do I know?
Oh my goodness.
We need
But we
to
need to
retreat to our non-hidden academy now.
See the academy fall into catastrophe. Anyway, the troops from the central village are on their way. How do you know that? Well, probably magic or something, I don't know. I'll communicate through everyone's mind to retreat. Oh, okay, he's that kind of headmaster. Fair enough.
Oh my god, go on,
Yeah.
Professor Xavier.
Mm-hmm.
Just the brooms.
Okay, you know what? I like the way I like the fact that that's resourceful there. The fact they balance on the brooms because you couldn't make them sit down because of lack of masking, or like a pose that would actually suit that until Gacha Club. So yeah, have them have them ride brooms by like balancing on them. Nice little detail. So, what's time used for? Healing, purification, psychic abilities.
Those are very different things. Wait.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess purification and healing could kind of go hand in hand, but I feel like psychic abilities are completely different than healing purification.
Yes, potentially, but I think that if this is like a society that's existed for like many years, they would have found multiple uses for different things. Just I guess depends on like what ingredients is mixed in with. Because obviously time is like a plant, it's a spice, so it's probably used in conjunction with a bunch of other things. Yeah, High Guardian spice, they're named after spices.
Oh god.
They're also named after specifically the spices that I mentioned in the song Scarborough Fair, which I've never seen anyone talk about, by the way. You know, got are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. It's like it's right there, but anyway. You're missing 3 more. Oh, are you now? Are we gonna find the actual inspiration here? The others are complicated. Fine, we'll come back to it. What's rosemary with? Ah! No! Please, God, no! There you guys are. Thank you, Celeste. Interrupt this before they complete the punchline. Celeste, I'm studying right now, so this is important. What's going on? I'll tell you later when we're inside.
Well, I mean, presumably you're
Fine.
on protected area, like an area shrouded in like mystery, so you should be fine hanging outside. But you know,
It depends if they've got like bear defenses inside. Okay, ill-timed fade up.
oh,
Why do we have to be in the underwater lab? Sorry, he's just afraid that the windows might break. Which probably means that students shouldn't be in this room then if the windows are at risk of breaking and drowning everyone. But, you know, well, I guess I don't run a magic school. They have, generally speaking, the worst health and safety laws of all time. So, yeah, I guess this tracks.
what do you mean? No magic school in any media has ever been attacked or been in danger at all. What do you mean? It's never happened in any story with a magic school.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Which is kind of ironic because like you have all these like super high class magic schools that have all these powerful people in it, and then somehow they get attacked by like way more powerful people, and then it comes down to only like 2 to 3 people total to like stop it half the time. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, because here's the thing, of course, that you know most magic academies in a given like medium, they're going to be like the most secure places because because normally they'll employ like the most powerful you know magical practitioners in order to safeguard or at least to teach, because you know you want to learn from the best. But also because you know as students you want to have that protection before you're able to like protect yourself out in the world if there's a you know looming threat. However, because of the like high concentration or like because of the reputation of all the different people involved in the academy or something, they're always made to be the prime target. So they're the most secure locations, but also like the biggest targets at the same time. Which does also like say that's a common thing, honestly. Like I feel like in the real world, especially like with wars and such, they always target like the big areas with lots of people that are in them, even though they're the ones that are like on the highest alert and are the most protected. And it just seems to be the way. Oh yeah. Anyways, the head mistress told us that Mefgazab attacked the West Village. How come? The models stole their amulet, apparently. Wait, which one? Which one? They have more?
Multiple amulets, I guess.
Maybe this is why they hate Mefgazab so much. They have multiple amulets that protect them, not rather just one. The one that makes the academy hidden from models. What I mentioned
How have not
earlier,
really
and
found
it's
it?
insane. Here's how I would have done this. Actually, I would have possibly maybe seen how the heist was complete, or possibly like afterwards and mentioned there was an amulet or something without the scene with Celeste, so we get the impression that like there's an amulet that would correspond in Mogarip, where they are right now, and that might be like an oncoming target, you know, show don't tell, and that's how you like have a bit of a cliffhanger potentially. Yeah, well. Wait, so how did they get the amulet if they can't see the academy? Yes, thank you, asking the smart questions. I don't know. Students. The only solution, they must have been betrayed by students. Because in magical school series, it's never the staff members, the ones that are actually competent and have like outside motivations most of the time. It's never them that are behind something.
Wait, but why would the students want to betray them since, witch genocide and stuff? I don't know. I mean, like what? Yeah, I want to help the mortals kill every single witch that I am a part of. Why would you?
Maybe they're just the most easily influenced, or because they didn't live through most of it, or they don't remember it because they were too young. Then maybe that's why they think, oh, well, this is all we know, so what's the change going to be? Oh, wait, that was not the answer. That was the headmistress talking to everyone. Okay, admittedly, this is before the narrator function, so, they couldn't do like the, ironically enough, the thing we do with Celeste on them with in the Pop series. Oh my goodness. Anyway. That's how she communicates to us all at the same time. Yeah, that was implied. Oh, okay. I guess now only one person gets it. It was too much effort copy-pasting that multiple times. Mefgazub Academy is having an issue with the mortals, which you've just been told, and we've also seen as the audience.
We love repeating detail that we just already heard. That's great.
Yeah, sorry this episode's only 8 minutes long. I had to reiterate multiple times this one thing, or it would have been even shorter. So may I please have all the witches and warlocks who are endorsed for battle to go to the training field, who are in... Aren't you the one who's, I guess, doing the endorsing as the administrator?
I mean, I guess, it's like a certification, like you're certified to go to war, I guess.
Yeah, you have to take it. You have to take your war exam in order to do that.
I would just fail my war exam. I don't want to go to war.
And the others, please stay inside until everything is settled.
I hate how the main protagonist hasn't had the witch uniform yet. So, like, what's even the point of like having a uniform if the main character doesn't even wear it? Well, keep in mind, I think we're almost on episode 3 right now. We're almost on episode 3, and the main protagonist hasn't even worn the uniform once.
Yeah, I think the issue is because this all takes place like on like the same day, or the same 2 days really.
Well, yeah, but she could have been given the uniform right before the tour, or she could have been, or in the beginning of this episode, she could have put on the uniform. There have been technical opportunities, or right before they go to study, she puts on the uniform. Right before they go to the dining hall,
they haven't gone to study yet. They haven't gone to study yet, unfortunately.
They have gone to study in the field. That's what they were doing outside. Like there's been a list of opportunities.
Does that count? Because like Aurora and Percival seem to be ditching the entire time. So I would have thought this was like another step of that.
He's ditching to studying for some reason, which I don't know why you would ditch to study, but that's a...
Yeah, so because it's Aurora and Percival in the field like alone with no supervision, I imagine that they were just, ditching together rather than
they were ditching
training.
To study.
Yeah, so they wouldn't have the uniform then at that point, because it's not like it's like the lessons have even started.
Yeah, but I mean, there's just been several different opportunities to like potentially have her change into the uniform. Like, you could have just had like someone magic the uniform in a room, and be like, oh, someone left the uniform on bed. Let me go change into it. Poof. Or maybe she casts a spell. Like maybe he's like, oh, if you cast this special spell in this school, it will magically transform your clothes into the uniform as long as you're on the school grounds.
Only the finest Witch Academy series do that method. Just saying.
I don't know. I mean, there's just been so many opportunities to like potentially have her change the uniform. And I mean, while I do kind of like her outfit right now, if you're going to have a uniform, you should at least show your main character in that uniform a bit. Because it would be kind of weird, like, say, in Phoenix Drop High, if Aphmau only wore the uniform, I don't know, like, say, in, like, episode 7 of season 1 of Phoenix Drop High, that's when she first wore the uniform for a single scene, and then she never wore it again.
Unless they're doing what I think they're doing. And
what, she earns the uniform?
Yeah, if this series continues with this pacing right now, then we're not going to, then in the 10 episodes that exist, we're not going to cover much, like, ground as far as time goes. So unless they actually start to cover lessons, or they don't have to like, I guess, like leave the academy right now, get like evacuate everyone, or they'll go on some sort of quest to like help the others and recover their amulet or protect this one or whatever, assuming none of that happens, then maybe she'll put the uniform. But if not, maybe there's a moment in the final, like the final scene or something, where she emerges as like having like earned it, like a fully fledged, witch trainee or something.
What is this, like
Except
a
for the fact
Marvel
that everyone's
TV show? Oh yeah, don't worry. We're gonna wait till the last few minutes of the entire show to give the costume to the character. Oh god.
something along those lines.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I just don't think that works because again, it's a uniform. It doesn't really seem super special. It's not like Alpha Academy, how like you have like the the armbands or whatever, like signify a rank. It's not like you're climbing
Yeah.
up in rank. It's just what everyone's allegedly wearing, but she's not wearing. I don't know. I just kind of wish she would actually put it on, so we get to see her in uniform a bit right now because I want to actually see the main protagonist in the school uniform.
I mean, it would be nice. I wonder if they're doing the thing that we've said, but yeah, we'll see. Blessed be everyone. I do like that, however, actually, blessed be, I know is like a thing that a lot of Wicca communities actually say to themselves rather than, something like God bless or whatever. Anyway, Celeste, that star on your hat, does it mean... Yes, I'm endorsed for battle. By the way, that hat always comes with that star. So if anyone has the hat in general, they will have that star on it. So you can't remove that.
Oh well.
Maybe the star will be a different color for non-endorsed. But that might be why Percival doesn't wear the hat. I was going to ask about that actually.
That's probably why.
Please be careful out there. And remember to watch out for cryptic souls.
Remember to watch out for the mortals.
Yeah. Cryptic souls have been mentioned once this episode, even though they probably should have been the ones doing the attacking.
The cryptic souls stole the amulet. That would be a good twist.
They're the most dangerous. Yeah, I wonder if the cryptic souls. I'm not sure if they're capable of like organizing themselves, but that would be a terrifying idea. Like somebody who's able to. Apparently, there was actually the cryptic souls came from a spell of the same name that was cast by a witch. You'll like this, named Agatha. That's what that's
Agatha
what the description says. Yeah. So also the name of one of the antagonists in The Worst Witch. So as far as inspiration goes, maybe they were looking in the wrong place. But yeah, that apparently like because like most witches hated her in any way, but the mortals didn't know that, and that's partly why like, everyone's blamed. So if Agatha is still out there for some reason, or somebody else is like completing her work, let's say, then sort of like I guess like League of Villains following the hero killer Stain's teachings or something potentially. I don't know. That maybe they're trying to like use the same energy to manifest and and control and organize the cryptic souls. That would be a terrifying idea actually. If suddenly the things that like that where the biggest advantage is how feral they are suddenly start to join forces. Yeah, imagine if The Walking Dead had gone that direction. Well, I guess it says goodbye until later or soon.
Unless I die, then you
Good luck out there. Thanks. Tell my family I love them. Also, Aurora, I apologize. This is your first impression with the academies. No, it's fine. I actually learned a lot in a day. Like, what different locations are in the school, who to join forces with in order to ditch, and all the exposition from you. That's what I learned today. No actual classes. I'm glad to hear that. Well, I'm gonna go now. I'm just gonna glitch away, I guess. So that star on the hat. We just went over what it means.
Yeah, well,
she's in the honor team. No, but she's endorsed for battle. Is that the same thing? The honor team are those who are endorsed for battle.
The writing in the show is poopy. It's poopy. It's poopy. And you were so confident in the show, Jacob. You were so confident.
I
Like, oh, it's
was.
gonna be so good. It's not
Oh,
good. That's
young
the
fool
problem.
I was once upon a time.
You're so naive.
She joined by mistake in a good way. Oh, well, speaking of young and naive. Headmistress saw her doing something that made her want to join Celeste in the team. That means that she was asked for
That's
a
not
reason.
really a
It was
mistake.
joined by accident.
Joined by accident is you get it, you end up in a wrong place, wrong time, and then it's like, oh, I guess you could join. Sure.
Wow.
Ghosty says, let me in. Let me in. This is not a dance. I'm begging for help. I'm screaming for help.
We're begging for help and screaming for help.
Yeah, I'm crying inside. You know, that song is like when I cry tears are gold. When I cry tears because of witches.
Just in general, when I cry tears of any sort. Okay. Hi, Ghosty.
Hola.
Hola.
Okay, speaking of screaming for help.
Yep.
Yes.
Speaking of screaming for help, what is that character design?
Which one? Percival or Aurora?
Percival.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last episode, but
really strange.
I know we talked about it last episode, but I just can't get over how he looks.
He's got that anime hair.
It's not just his hair. His hair would be fine if it wasn't for the ponytail.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, because otherwise it would be a very, very like standard thing. Well, it's got no back hair, I guess. So that'll be the difference because obviously it's got no back hair because it's all tied up. So, but other than that, yeah,
Anyway,
I don't know.
I have one very important question. Has anyone done any actual magic yet? And what does mistake in a good way mean?
Okay, well, we've seen some witches murder some people. We saw that earlier, but that's about all. We haven't seen our main protagonist do any magic this whole episode. I think it's been like 2 episodes since we technically did magic. No, well, she did a bit of magic in episode 2, but she just summoned items. She just summoned items. That's all she did.
I don't know.
I guess the crystal balls also kind of count as that.
I mean,
but
that's more of a magical item. I wouldn't really. I mean, I guess it's magic, but also kind of not magic.
Yeah, crystal balls classify more as a magical item than a casted spell.
Okay.
So Aurora hasn't done any actual magic since episode 1.
Technically mid episode 2, because she just summoned items. I think she summoned a pumpkin at one point. That's all she did.
Yeah. She's got a better track record than movie Harry Potter in Philosopher's Stone.
Why? He didn't do magic in that?
No, he didn't cast a single spell in the first movie.
Oh, that's weird.
I think yeah. I think I can understand why, because it's technically illegal for wizards who are minors to perform spells outside of school.
Yeah, but he
was in school. He was in most of the movies in school. What do you mean? I don't know. Maybe it was like, oh, he's inexperienced, therefore he's not going to cast spells. I guess maybe. I don't know.
Actually, no. Well, in the first Harry Potter movie, he did technically cast a spell to disappear the glass to send Dudley into the snake tank.
Oh,
well, okay. I'm not sure if that counts as a spell or not. I mean, I don't know. In D&D terms, that's a cantrip right there. I don't know.
We love cantrips.
So, Harry Potter performed a cantrip to send Dudley into the snake tank. Great. He deserved it, by the way. I
mean, yes. Well, I mean, I will also say, he was 11 and incredibly spoiled and stupid. But ultimately, okay, yeah. From Harry's perspective, I see why it happened. But yeah.
spoiled, stupid, and if you're reading the books, he's also fat, so he deserves it.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Well, in the movie,
I mean, we're talking about the movie specifically, but
Yeah.
in the books, he's way larger.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
he's
Thanks.
larger,
Yes. Yeah,
The movie's
he's described as
actually
morbid
slimmed.
movies.
Yeah, the movie's slimmed down the Dursleys.
Dang.
Except for Aunt Petunia, because Aunt Petunia was already incredibly thin in the book. But yeah, slim down Vernon Dudley for sure. But yeah,
Mistake in a good way.
That's
What
what
do
my
you
mom
mean
said
by-
about me. I'm kidding. That's a joke. That's not even true.
I
That's
was-
not even true.
I was about to say, what
no,
do
she
you
didn't
mean
speak
by
good way.
that,
I'm kidding. I'm
Percival?
joking.
What did you mean by a mistake in a good way?
Well, I guess she was mistakenly performing magic around the headmistress of the magic school,
Oh my
and
gosh.
therefore
What a
was
mistake.
invited to. Yeah,
Join an
exactly.
army.
Another Harry Potter comparison. This is actually how Ginny Weasley ended up in the Slug Club. She was performing the Bat Bogey Hex on the Hogwarts Express, and Slughorn saw that happen. So it was like, "Yep, you're in. Sit down."
Get in here, child. You're now a part
Yes.
of the club.
Pretty much, yes. I will never mispronounce your name, but I will pronounce your brother's name, which I would never correlates to you. Anyway.
Wow, she must be really strong.
Yep. So I guess so. This is the second time going to battle.
Oh man, she
Anyway.
kills people regularly. Awesome.
Anyways, I just don't get how the mortals stole Mefkazub's amulet. None of us do. They didn't even know what it was. That was the thing. If it was like a deliberate heist or something, you would imagine. Yeah, but they didn't even realize what they were doing. How
scary
is
to
security
think
that
about it.
incompetent?
They're so incompetent. It's scary how they managed to succeed somehow.
There's something that they're doing. I wonder if someone's going to suspect Aurora, given that she's from a mortal family. If someone finds out about that, they're going to think that she's a spy. Anyway, this is the group that we saw performing magic earlier. They're from the rival school.
Yay,
The headmaster.
murdering people.
The hell about our amulet? We haven't gotten it back. I couldn't find it anywhere. I would have I would have interrogated someone who was possibly a witness or a collaborator, but
We killed them.
Like this,
you know, cut to the crispy bodies behind him.
Also, this is the most wizards we've seen on screen, and they aren't even from the magic school.
They're from the other
That
magic school.
They're from the other magic school, but I mean the magic school the main character is at.
Yeah. You know,
So-
I at least
That's
prefer
all-
this to the Worst Witch, where there's like one school for girls and one for boys.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're one for all girls and one for co-ed. Anyway, they have to be hiding it. Really? You think they would hide the stolen item that they
Question:
apparently
Can you
took from-
enchant a new crystal though and make a new hiding thing?
Maybe it has to be like a bunch of people together. So like there's probably a whole ritual to it.
You have
I
a
imagine.
whole magic school though. Just get the whole magic school around the crystal and go Uma Chaka, Uma Chaka,
Yeah.
Uma Chaka, Uma Chaka.
Chaka.
They actually do that joke in in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. But yeah, also yeah, but maybe that's the case. Then again, maybe I'm not sure if the students would be able to be that skilled or not, if or if it just takes someone's magical energy, or if there are even that many students, because Mo Group hasn't had a whole hasn't had a new student in 5 years. As they keep reminding us, so who knows what Mefkazub are used to. Maybe they haven't had more than 6. But we only have 10 days until our academy reveals to the mortals, I guess, from residual magic energy.
Timer, I guess. Now, okay.
Yeah, you know, so that, like spells have half-life. They're like radioactive decay.
Like, okay. So, like, hold up.
I just said it like it made sense. Just trying here.
Like, you said it like it makes sense. But I'm gonna call... Like, Jacob, for once, I'm going to call bull on the series. Like, why 10 days? What? Like, are these guys located in the city center, on a mountaintop?
I would presume mountaintop, but who knows?
Like, because they're on a
I would go to
mountaintop.
school.
Because they're on a mountaintop, it would be significantly harder for them to be found. You know, unless you're right, and magic does have residual aura that mortals can feel. And even then, that doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, why would a witch's school just... I don't know... screw another witch's school for an amulet? That doesn't make much sense either.
Oh well, no. It was the mortals that stole the amulet. It wasn't Mogrip that did it.
Then they've already been found.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah!
Like even if the school is invisible, they still know its location. They still know where it is.
So they can just lead gods back here, unless it takes 10 days to climb the mountaintop they're located on.
Maybe
I mean,
it
to
does.
be fair, if they're located on a mountain, that would be a pretty smart hiding place, you know. Because it's
yeah,
really
that
hard to
is a
get, because
smart
they can
hiding-
teleport. They can teleport up a mountain.
That is a
They
smart...
did all get here by broom, so assuming that mortals have a flying craft.
Sky mountain, you know, school thing.
Like, now that I'm thinking about it, and the headmaster said, "Oh, the mortals will find us in about 10 days. But if a mortal stole the amulet, then you've already been found, and the mortals already know your location. They're probably going to lead the gods back here unless it takes 10 days to climb the mountain you're located
Unless
on."
they were somehow stupid and then put the magical amulet that hid them near the mortals away from the school, which would be kind of a weird choice to be like, oh yeah, we're actually gonna put it in the Forbidden Forest on this like pedestal, like 500 miles away from the school. Oh no, it got stolen. It's like, yeah, no one was watching it. Of course it got stolen.
Yeah, can't be the Forbidden Forest. No inspiration, remember? Students from Mogrip are on their way, right? Mongarip? That's not how you spelled the school before. It was Mogarip before.
Name retcon maybe?
So we'll have better help. You don't want better help. They're a scam.
Oh my god! No! They're the worst. Get real
Indeed.
therapy, not better help.
Get better help than better help.
Exactly. Oh,
Okay,
is he dead? I thought you killed him.
Well, no, these are the same people from before. Remember, this is
No,
where,
no, I thought a white-haired guy got murdered.
Oh, I mean, doesn't seem to be moving right now.
Never mind. Maybe he isn't dead. Oh.
Yeah. So now the cryptic souls finally show up after the carnage is over. I know they feast on human flesh, so I guess maybe they're
yummy.
maybe they're like vultures.
Ah, yes, they're carrion hunters.
Yeah. Thanks. I knew the word in Spanish, like carroñeros, but I didn't know it was the same in English. That still happens to me sometimes. 12 years after.
Wait, are they transforming them into fellow demons?
I don't know in English. Huh? Well,
did they get transformed into fellow demons? Ooh.
Yeah, let me just check because it says in the description. So then this. So I think it's these. Well.
Oh my god, they're getting turned into Death Eaters, guys. They're getting turned into Death Eaters.
Okay, so no, so they eat living flesh and take their soul, so they will not be able to reincarnate. That's what they do.
Oh.
Yeah. So I guess not. I guess they just eat them.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that ending scene? Okay.
Well, it's the raising of the stakes. Now we get the arrival of the cryptic souls, which are going to be
we already met the cryptic souls.
Well, yes, but remember the Mogrip students are on their way to the West Village in order to, because that's the last known location of the Mefgazub bunch. but because they've just left now, they're going to be left with the cryptic soul. So that's the cliffhanger for the next episode, and that's really why it was cut at this particular point. So yeah, I can respect a nice little bit of a cliffhanger. Then what I can't respect is virtually everything else in this episode.
This episode was trash.
The cryptic souls, also known as the bug and bin Death Eaters.
I guess they are eating dead bodies. They're more Death Eaters than Death Eaters. So yeah, I can see why people thought the inspiration was what it was, but yeah, well.
Like, you could say this is not inspired at all, but we all know.
Yeah. Any similarity is a pure coincidence, of course. Oh well. So I guess basically enough. This wasn't a mini episode, like we said before. There's little to say about this afterwards. I definitely got my hopes up as far as getting to see some lessons now. Because I was also thinking that, as far as Average Academy goes, next episode that I scripted out is actually all about like the first proper round of lessons that you have. So that was a thing. But I mean, it is at least good to see there's like rising stakes and there's like issues that are going to emerge. But I thought it would take some time. I thought because potentially what could have happened was there a little bit of like a new time to adapt to like the new reality, have like a little bit of time to acclimatize to Mogre particularly, and then start introducing these elements and say something happened in the other school. But potentially also there could have been like a visit from Mefgazab first, so we knew who they were before this happened. But I mean, that's, I guess that comes down to a preference, to be honest. As far as things
I kind of would personally like to know at least the school a little bit more, at least hear about it more before they become ultra relevant to the plot, like kind of allude to them more than, besides the fact that we know that another magic school exists for the become relevant.
Yeah, because the other thing is that way you get to know some people, from the school. Because the first impression we get of them,
exchange students. Exchange student stops by there.
Yeah, because the first thing we get to know about the exchange students right now is they've murdered a bunch of villagers. And they're like Logan, the local village, because they stole the amulet that they somehow managed to not protect from the very people it was designed to keep out.
Like, if it was stolen by humans, then it clearly wasn't in the school. Then where were they keeping the dang thing?
This is the ultimate question.
Like,
either someone sprayed the school from within and handed it to them, or that they or somehow they managed to like break the spell somehow. It just didn't work for a person. I don't know. Maybe it's like Percy Jackson. Maybe some people are just immune to the mist or something. I don't know.
Like, what?
We don't know. The characters are admittedly confused as well, but my confusion really stems from like the motivation behind it, because we mentioned before that it seems like they think it was an excuse to like have them attack, like to provoke the witches, which they could be wrong. I guess they could be like, oh, mortals have it out for us. They must still want.
They
to
must die.
Yeah, even though they already have enough ammo to hate them for the rest of time. But that just raises the question as to what the mortals want to do with the amulet, because they don't know what it did. They went inside of magic school, stole something they knew was going to be important, but without the knowledge of like any strategic reason behind it.
For all I knew, it was just a pretty amulet that was owned by a famous witch or wizard at one point.
Yeah, and you would think that the society that like is searching people's houses for magical items wouldn't want to have another one around potentially that was so valuable it was kept inside one of the most secure locations of the entire witch society.
By the way, I call BS on the secure location thing, because if it was in a secure location, it wouldn't have been stolen.
Well, supposedly most secure locations. You know.
Supposedly.
Accidents happen.
Accidents happen, except when Okay, Jacob. You know, they had to go through this whole multi-step plan to go into Gringotts and steal from Beatrix's bank account.
Yes, and they ultimately admitted their plan would not have worked under normal circumstances anyway, and pretending to be her was a bad idea because they knew the one was stolen. So,
like, slow me down. Walk through this with me. A mortal, a
Yeah.
non-witch or wizard, might have
Mhm.
broken into this supposedly secure area and stole it. This isn't Gringotts we're talking about. This is BS.
Yeah, Gringotts was Gringotts was arguably more secure because it had specifically things to keep out other that they keep out like wizards particularly. But I guess, yeah, you would think that if something was done to keep out, they think that at least the wizard would be able to have something to keep out mortals in this case. But they didn't.
Unless they didn't plan for mortals to steal anything, in which case, why would you not? Mortals have been hunting you for centuries.
Yeah, you think the very thing that keeps you hidden, you would also want to keep hidden by means other than just itself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Also, why does this magic school have no other like fail safes for this kind of thing? Where they just like, yep, this amulet will keep us safe forever, and not plan for another circumstance?
I don't know, because once again we haven't seen Mogorip. So we have seen Mogorip, we haven't seen Methgazub, so we don't know anything about their systems or anything to do with that.
Like, but even then, magic artifacts can fail. Quick D&D lore. So they didn't plan for it. They didn't have any backup plans for if it stopped working.
Or like a routine checkup of some kind, or some way to like reinvigorate whatever protection magic they had running at the time. Something along those lines. Any of those.
You could have prevented it from being stolen in the first place by doing routine checks on the dang thing. I'm trying not to swear.
Yeah, and like we're speculating right now about all these different things. I will say, as the example of Winx Club, I guess, because like another series will have like multiple different academies for different reasons, but we at least like cut back and forth to them so we can see not only the differences but also like how they're set up. Whenever the characters have to like break into one or the other, there's always like obstacles they need to overcome, and they used to like exploit some sort of weakness. Or the show just invited there sometimes. That also happens occasionally. But they always find a way to justify, okay, this is why this plan particularly worked. Or I don't know, they just give one of the people a magical boost of some kind, but that's a whole other matter. Nope, none of that this time because we didn't see any of it. So I guess maybe that's meant to be something that we ask ourselves as how it came to be. But because we don't know how difficult it was supposed to be, it doesn't have the same punch to it. Because if we'd seen at least the setup, then we could think, oh, wow, how did they manage to exploit that thing that seemed to be like impossible to do? That's at least a mystery. This is just a case of this just raises questions. Not in the mystery kind way.
It's like someone went up to the school and was like, oops, boss, we lost the magic artifact. And what happened to it, Clarence? It was stolen by some humans. Meanwhile, Clarence is just trying to cover for the fact that he looked away for You know, he walked away for a couple of days and just left it there. He doesn't actually.
What were the guards doing during this time? It cuts to them like watching like a Winx Club marathon on TV or something.
The lore of this show baffles me to no end. I was like, maybe.
It's like, we got good news and bad news. The bad news is that no one was watching when the amulet got stolen. The good news is Flora earned her Charmix.
There are some cool concepts, but the lore as a whole baffles me to no end.
Oh god. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
like
my
this series' biggest strength is something that Gingerbread mentioned was that what was it? It is like the unique setting for the time in an age where everything was regular high schools. This one seems to ignore the fact that it has a school to begin with half the time. So, I mean, add that to the fantasy setting, also the use of like the different designs and stuff. I can see why this stood out at the time.
Like, I could see why this stood. Like, the reason I hesitated on jumping in because I thought, hey, I could wait till the end of the episode. Maybe the confusing lore would be explained. No, it just got worse.
Yeah, I mean, saying that this is like stood out for its time is kind of like saying, okay, here's a whole like array of your least favorite food, and one of them has been sweetened slightly. It's kind of like that.
Yes.
And presented on a different plate.
Here are a bunch of dishes that you very much dislike, but one of them is barbecued.
Pretty much, yes.
Here is a whole table full of asparagus dishes. But one of them just so happens to not be asparagus. It's Brussels sprouts instead.
Yeah, and if you're tired of eating asparagus all the time, you're going to want to have some Brussels sprouts. But yeah, in most other circumstances, oh well. What a shame. But we'll see, because apparently a lot of this was saved for next episode. So perhaps next time we'll have a bit more of a payoff to all this setup. Yeah, maybe she'll put on the uniform. We'll see.
It's been 3 episodes. She hasn't even worn the uniform once.
Yeah.
Wait, so, she has completely forgot Margaret had a uniform.
That's what Percival was dressed in, because you missed Celeste's appearance. But yeah,
that ugly
we're thinking that maybe. Yeah, we're thinking that maybe she's going to put it on the last episode because there's like a whole.
I don't
she's
think
like
that
or something.
I don't think that. I think she's just procrastinating that plot point for some reason, for no reason, for no planned reason. It's just.
Well, I mean, if she procrastinates it, then putting it in the last episode would also make sense there.
It would not work. It's a school uniform. It's not a special uniform. It's a school uniform.
Okay. Oh no, that was the uniform Percival was wearing. That ugly purple schlock.
Yeah, and like the girl was wearing it too. They're wearing the uniforms.
Oh no!
Along with the star that shows she's in the honor squad, that's attached to the hat that doesn't come off from the said hat. So they could have said the hat was special, but they didn't.
Everyone is in the honor squad. Like it could be that they have so few students that she's in the honor squad by default.
She apparently joined by accident in a good way.
I'm so confused what Percival meant by
that. Well, you see, she was practicing accidentally next to the headmistress, and she said, and the headmistress asked her politely to join, and she accidentally didn't decline,
Accidentally didn't decline? That makes no sense!
Well, this show doesn't make any sense, so that tracks.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I think we've.
I feel like I need to watch this episode again in its entirety to understand what's going on.
Oh my goodness, yeah, we might rewind this, but we'll do it off camera, so we're gonna cut here. If anyone else wants to rewind, it'll be in the description of this video. Until then, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. Subscribe if you haven't already. And on that note, until next time,
Farewell.
mischief managed.
Guys,